Your girlfriend. I'm so sorry. How long ago did she die?
26 days, I think.
How did it happen?
Ramsey.
Ramsey killed her?
He was involved. So maybe you can understand why Rex Balsam is the least of our problems.
Make yourself at home, Balsam.
You ever feel like you've been broadsided by a big rig?
Big rig. That's big.
You have no idea.
Why don't you tell me? That's why you're here, right?
I don't even know why I'm here. I don't remember how I got here.
Sounds bad.
My life, as I've known it, is over.
You're just the guy I wanted to see. It's a matter of life and death.
Is there something...
I'm Roxy. Roxy Balsam.
Yeah, I know. I met you at your beauty parlor.
Yeah, but not officially, because it was kind of like a crazy day.
Look, I don't know what this is all about, but,
My son needs a father, and you're it.
Clint. Nora. Having a drink. Join me?
pack your stuff. You're out of here.
Is there a problem?
Yeah, a big one, and it's you.
What?
You're being evicted, Jared. Effective immediately.
For having my daughter committed to a mental institution, just to protect your own interests.
Maybe a couple more spoonfuls and you're all done.
How come you'll eat for your Auntie Natty, but you won't eat for Daddy, huh?
Well, she's calmer now. Besides, she really likes Natalie.
So maybe a little later we'll have some vanilla pudding. Does that sound good, baby?
Yes, yum, 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 yum.
Yeah, I didn't think she'd stop crying. She misses her mommy.
Well, it was Jessica's choice not to sign the waiver, you know.
Yeah.
She could have been home today.
It's almost like she wanted to stay at St. Anne's, isn't it?
I know. Why? Oh, heavens, not another triple jump.
Victory is mine. Can I have the next game? Oh, Jessica. Of course you can. Sorry, sister, but you should have kept your pyramid intact.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda. Good luck, dear.
I was hoping I'd run into you again.
I bet you were. I can't help but be curious about what you said. You know. You get red. My family's overcome a lot of stuff over the years, and we do not keep secrets from one another.
That's not what I hear. Your move.
What do you mean? What do you hear?
That your formerly insane mother was leading a double life in Texas as a waitress.
So what? Look, spit it out. I'm not going to be here for very long, okay? When I do leave, I'm not coming back and visiting.
Did I ask you to visit? What are we all of a sudden? Best friends?
Will you just tell me the damn secret already?
What's in it for me, Tess?
What is going on, Balsam?
I shouldn't even be talking about it.
But you're here to talk about it, aren't you?
I can't. I mean, I shouldn't.
Here, sit down. You okay?
I gotta do something. I can't just stand here and not do anything.
Look, you have to help me save Rex.
You're Rex Balsam's mother.
And you're his father.
Okay, look, I don't know what you're trying to claim, but I don't even know you.
Of course you don't. And of course you're not his father. But I need you to say that you are.
I'm not even going to ask why.
Couldn't tell you anyway.
But it's a matter of life or death. I think I'm going to stay out of this one.
Even if you knew you could prevent a train wreck?
Maybe you should find somebody else to play the part.
It's a little too late. You've been cast. I already told my kid. You're the guy.
Rex thinks that I'm his father?
Yeah, and he's real jazzed about it, too.
What about his real father?
But we don't talk about that bastard. And Rex is never to know the truth. Nobody's to know the truth. Listen, I got to admit, I was a lame excuse for a mother, and I dumped him with my sister-in-law who raised him, and man, I just didn't have my act together, but I sucked it all up, I got it together, and now we're doing really groovy, Rex and me.
Well, you were until you lied just now.
Yeah, and he can't find out about that, okay, because it's going to be over, and my whole life is going to be over.
Roxy, I would like to help.
Really? So you'll do it?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
No. Listen. I don't think you understand what it's like for a kid to hate you. Okay, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And I don't want to lose my son. Forever.
I assume, then, you're also going to punish Jessica's husband in some way, since he did give his full cooperation. Pack your bag. Hell, he got off on it, actually, having his own wife committed.
Okay, we're just talking about you now, Jared, all right? As guardian of this house and out of respect to Asa, I cannot allow you to stay here any longer after what you just did to Asa's granddaughter.
I am Asa's son. Doesn't son trump granddaughter? From the day you arrived in Landview, both of my daughters have suffered a great deal because of you. And that's going to come to an end right now.
So, you have an hour to get your stuff together. No more free ride.
May I chime in here?
What are you doing here?
Nigel let me in.
Well, Nigel can let you out because you're just not welcome here, Dorian.
I did not come here to see you, Clint, or your charming paramour. I came here to see Jared. I want to talk to him about his father. I don't know why anyone would want to stay in St. Anne's any longer than they have to.
St. Anne's.
Miles, hello?
Hi.
Hey, yeah, there was some very strange misunderstanding, and my sister ended up there.
It's temporary.
What happened?
Basically, Jessica was pretending to be Tess.
And it blew up in her face.
My name is Jessica.
And your other name is Tess. First Vicky, then Nikki, then Jess, then Tess. Apple didn't fall far from the tree now, did it?
You're right. I did have DID. And then I was treated, and now that part of my life is over.
Your mama thought the same thing, too, didn't she? But Nikki popped in and out like a cuckoo clock. No pun intended.
It's true. My mother's treatment did take longer than mine. Nikki had a lot of secrets, and she was harder to put down. Not unlike you, Allison.
Honey, there is only one of yours truly, and that is more than enough.
But you do have some secrets to tell, don't you?
Adriana.
Rex! Oh, I'm so glad you're here, so you told Bo.
No, he hasn't told me anything yet.
Well, then I will. Todd almost killed him.
What happened? Not much, except Todd wanting to make my face a panini on Dorian's stove.
Yeah, and he would have, too, if Charlie Balsam hadn't stopped in.
Charlie Balsam?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, I'll be right there. Electrical problems at UV. I gotta go. See you back home?
Mm-hmm.
So Charlie Balsam rescued Rex Balsam.
Yeah, he's a friend of Dorian's, and it's just a coincidence that they have the same last name. Look, Bo, you have to do something. You can't let Todd get away with this.
I'm not sure that we have a choice.
What? Why?
Because if you go after Manning, you might make him even more hell-bent on revenge.
You know, then he won't just threaten Rex physically. He might do everything he can to put him away for good.
So you know.
That Rex knew that Tommy was Manning's son? That's why Manning attacked him, isn't it? See, now, if you do want to go after Manning...
I'm so afraid that Rex is going to get really hurt.
No, well, I'll talk to Manning. I'll make sure that he knows it's in his own best interest to leave Rex alone.
Thank you, Bill.
No, it's okay. I mean, you know, do whatever I can to protect the kid. He's like a son to me.
You got any kids, Charlie?
But I don't see what that has to do with anything here.
Because if you did, you know what it feels like when they turn against you. It's like a knife to your heart.
Look, my pretending to be Rex's father, it won't even fly. Not these days, not with DNA testing.
Hey, there are ways to fix that.
No, and didn't I also hear that Rex is some kind of private eye? Wouldn't he be able to figure it out?
Why would he do that? You're the daddy of his dreams. As a matter of fact, I'm kind of sorry that we didn't hook up.
Okay, but we didn't.
Oh, you're thinking, a great guy like you, what would you be doing with a skank like me?
No, Roxy, that's not what I meant.
I know. I'm just not your type. It's okay.
Look,
I get it.
You're not my type, but that's no reason to be putting yourself down.
Hey, listen, when you've been told things a lot of times, you know, it's hard to believe. Look, I've been told so many times I'm just a nobody and a nothing, that the world would be a lot better place if I just wasn't in it.
What, did some man make you feel that way?
Yeah, every man made me feel like that. Listen, you're a man. You know what kind of monsters you guys are. Especially with your kids. I mean, you're the worst with kids. And I gotta do something to protect them. I gotta take care of my son.
Roxy,
Listen. I'll give you anything that I got, okay? Listen, I don't have a lot, but I'll give you my store. Okay? Because if I don't have my son, then I got nothing.
Yeah, I do understand. But Roxy, I can't do this.
You're here to talk to me about...
Your father. You are Asa Buchanan's son, are you not?
Yes.
Good. I own a magazine called Craze, and I would like to do a profile on you and your newfound parentage. Buchanan's stories always sell.
Doreen, you couldn't have come at a worse time.
Oh? Have I interrupted?
Yes, actually, Clint and Nora have asked me to move out of my father's house.
Oh, pardon me. Don't I get to weigh in on this, or have I been reduced to being the old widow in the attic?
Marty Saber. I heard about it on the news. It happened in Ireland, right?
Yeah. She has a son, you know. Cole, he was there. He saw it.
My God. That poor kid. Why did Ramsey do it?
Just another jerk with a gun. He made it look like it was by the book, but it wasn't. Took Marty's life in his hands. She died because of it.
So, how long were you and Marty together?
Not long enough.
I'm so sorry. I can't imagine how I'd feel if someone I loved was killed.
What about Dad? Didn't you love him?
Honey, of course I loved your father. And stop playing to eavesdrop, mister.
Is your dad still alive?
Shane.
It's okay. No, Shane, my dad died a long time ago.
When you were a little boy?
Maybe not much older than you.
I was too young to remember my dad. Do you remember yours?
Yes, I do.
You're lucky. Don't be mad, okay, Mom?
I'm not.
She gets upset when I talk about my dad because she still misses him. If I'm careful, can I keep playing darts?
Sure.
Thanks.
I'm sorry about all the questions from both of us.
No, don't mind. As long as we're all living under the same roof. We might as well get to know each other a little, right? Right. And you did tell Balsam not to tell anyone that you're staying with me.
Yeah, I told him to keep it on the down low. But Rex doesn't even know Shane is here, or that I have a son, and I'd like to keep it that way.
So are you saying you won't help me or you can't help me?
No, I'm saying that it wouldn't be fair to lie to your son.
Are you kidding? You'd be doing him such a big favor. He took such a shine to you. Even after what I said.
What did you say?
Well, I said we totally got schnockered and we had this slam bam, thank you ma'am kind of affair, and then you split.
What, and he still wants me as his father?
Listen, you don't know his father. And believe me, you wouldn't want to. See, I know that you saved his life.
What, he told you that?
See, I already know that you got this connection anyway.
Yeah, I guess.
Hey, listen, this kid's life is worth saving. I mean, you know, sure, once upon a time he was a real punk, but look at this place. He's marrying Dorian's daughter. And he's got a nightclub, and he's got his own PI business, and he's real chummy with the police commissioner. And he's a good kid. Any man would be proud to have him as a son. I know the way he feels about you. He thinks like you can walk on water. Wouldn't you just love to have a son like that?
God forbid anyone should tell me anything. If I didn't eavesdrop, I wouldn't have the foggiest idea what's going on
Okay,
here.
Renee, it wasn't our intention to exclude you on this, and listen, my name may be on the deed of this house, but it is your home.
That's very kind of you, Nora. Do you really mean it?
Well, yes, of course.
Well, then, you will not have to throw this young man out of the house just because you don't like him. This is my husband's son. He will always have a place in this house and in my heart.
Renee, we're not throwing him out just because we don't like him.
It's a little more complicated than that.
How? Yeah, come on, somebody, spit it out.
Jared had Jessica committed to St. Anne's. What? Okay, hang on. Why am I the bad guy here? Her own husband agreed to it. Jessica was pretending to be Tess, hoping that she could trick me into admitting I wasn't Ace's son after all.
Well, why in God's name would she want to do that?
Because she has issues with me. She feels I'm a threat to her for some reason.
So, it sounds to me like Jessica instigated the whole thing.
And Renee, you're not listening to me. He had her committed. An unbelievably cruel thing to do to my Jessica, and that is why he's no longer welcome in this house. As if I've ever been welcome in this house, except by Renee.
Jared is right. He's been treated shabbily from the beginning. And quite frankly, I've had enough of this. If he goes, so do I.
Oh, my. Evicting Ace's widow and his newfound son on the same day. Ah, the old cowboy in a continental suit's probably turning in his grave.
Shut up, Dorian.
I don't really think we should be talking about this in front of Bree. Okay? Mommy's going to be back very.
Why would Jared have your sister committed?
I don't know, the whole thing is just ridiculous.
What's ridiculous? Come on, Allison. You can tell me. It's not like I'm going to go spreading it around.
If you're thinking of using that man as a flank attack, you can forget it, girlfriend.
Okay, Allison, you can tell me. I'm not going to tell anyone. And when I leave here, I will come back and visit. Every week. And I will send you stuff, whatever you want.
Yeah? Like what?
Like brownies and cookies.
Books and CDs. Some cute pajamas. Noise-canceling headphones.
Yes, all of that. I will send you a package every day.
Fine. Come closer. I'll whisper the secret in your ear so those nosy nuns won't hear. My secret is about your twin sister, Natalie.
The secret's about Natalie? What is it?
She hates your guts.
What? Is that it? God.
No, tell me that's not the secret.
But remember that? When she came to town and she became your friend and then she made you fall in love with that dunderhead Seth and just so she could pull the rug out from underneath you and your poor broken heart.
That was a long time ago, okay? Natalie and I are very close now, as close as two sisters could possibly be.
Stop. I'm gonna cry.
I'm out of here.
Come on, play another game.
I hate checkers.
But you haven't heard the truth.
Like I believe a word that you say, you're a loon.
Or crazy like a fox. And if it's the latter, aren't you just dying to know what I know? Thanks again, Bo.
Okay, but if Manning threatens Rex again,
I will call you right away.
Oh, I don't know if you heard the news about Rex and me.
That you're engaged?
He told you?
No, he hasn't told me anything about it yet. I heard it through the grapevine. But congratulations.
Thank you.
I understand that there's a little problem with the ring.
Yeah, it belonged to someone else.
Marcy.
Yeah. Rex bought it from a woman in Paris, Texas, and he had no idea what he was getting into. His heart was in the right place.
Well, yeah, sure, it usually is. Don't take this wrong, but did he get that from a pawn shop?
No, he knew the woman who sold it to him. Actually, she was his ex-girlfriend.
You know, the less Balsam knows, the better. Maybe just, stay away from him until we get this settled.
Not a big Rex Balsam fan, huh?
Oh, he's all right. This is more about lying low if Ramsey gets wind that you're in Landview.
I know. He's dangerous. Todd Manning, too. I was scared to death of both of them.
Good. So I'm going to go out for a while, all right? I'm going to go check on Marcy's case.
John? Since Marty had Todd's picture on the dartboard, I assume she knew him, too.
She knew.
I don't get it. Vicky's such a great person. How does she have such a horrible brother?
Well, really, you needn't be so rude. We're being rude? You barge into a house that doesn't belong to you and then start chiming in on a conversation that doesn't concern you?
Nora, don't. It's not worth it.
I was only trying to help.
Renee? The last thing I want to do, the last thing that Clint wants to do is to cause you any kind of unhappiness, especially while you're still in mourning.
Yes. Yes, I am in mourning, Carrie. I will mourn my husband to the end of my days. But there is one person who has helped me in my grief, and it is this young man with his gracious spirit, his sense of humor. So, you own this house, and if you're committed to asking him to leave, then I'm not bluffing. I will leave too. We'll set up residence at the palace.
No. We can't allow that.
So, Jared is staying, and so am I. And I hope that we never have to have this extremely unpleasant conversation again.
Well, I think things worked out really nicely.
Nora, let's go to dinner.
We may not be allowed to ask you to leave, but I do hope that you find your time here extremely uncomfortable knowing that you're not welcome.
Thank you. I will sit down. Really, how can you stand living in the same house with that woman?
Well, she's been okay till now.
Nora is a narcissist. Really, she's so self-absorbed. She's totally incapable of empathy of any kind. And, of course, poor Clint is always drawn to domineering women, I suppose, to compensate for his own weakness.
In other words, he's whipped.
You betcha. Though I might have put it more delicately.
So, what is it you want to know about me for this article?
You bought that line.
Bot?
I'm not here to write an article about you. That's not the reason I'm here at all.
Well, then what is this about?
I am a friend of yours.
Yeah, who's that?
Does the name Charlie sound familiar?
Look, Rex seems like a fine young man, but I can't do this, Roxy.
Why not? It ain't like you never lied before. So what's the big deal with this one? Can't hurt anybody. And you'll be doing Rex a favor by giving him the dad that he never had. And you'll be getting a great kid in the deal. Listen, I just want you to think about it. And I meant it before when I said it was life and death. And if Rex ever found out the truth, you won't be sorry.
You know Charlie.
Lovely man. He told me that you were very upset with him for missing your lunch date. And that you didn't believe his story, that he was out of town on business, that he ran out of gas, and there was no cell phone transmission. Well, I'm here to tell you that, yes, he was out of town, looking into a contracting job for me. We took my car, my chauffeur ran out of gas. There was no cell phone, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I take full responsibility for what happened.
So he sent you here to do his dirty work?
No. In fact, he has no idea that I'm even here.
Then why are you here?
Because I want you to give him a second chance.
It's not gonna happen.
Oh, dear. Well, then I guess I'm going to have to spill the beans.
Excuse me?
I'm afraid that I'm going to have to tell everybody in this house who you really are. So we have Blair and Todd, Starr and Langston, Jack and Sam and me. And then as if there weren't enough people in our house, my sister has invited a virtual stranger into our midst. Not that he isn't terribly handsome, mind you.
Good. Well, who is this handsome stranger?
A lovely man.
Oh.
Charming. And since I've been in bed with him, I can tell you with assurance that he sleeps in a T-shirt and with boxer shorts on.
You are in bed with
This is not something that needs pursuing, Natalie. How are things going with little Sam?
Oh, Vicky, it's heartrending. He's obviously missing his adopted parents.
Oh.
And I can see it in his eyes. The poor sweet darling.
But I'm sure that he will adjust, don't you think?
I hope so. Although I'm not sure my daughter ever will. She's having a terribly difficult time with this transition.
I'm so sorry, but it is understandable.
Vicky, I've never thanked you for all you've done for my daughter. You were there for her when I couldn't be.
You know, Addie, Blair is an extraordinary woman, and I think you should be very proud of her.
I am.
And you should also know that even when you couldn't be there for her, she always knew who her mother was, and she always spoke of you so lovingly. She must be over the moon happy that you're back now.
I have a lot of lost time to make up for.
But I'm sure you will do that. You know, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to go and drop in and see Blair. And maybe I'll get to see my little nephew Sam if he's not asleep.
Asleep? At this hour? He's a night owl, that one.
Oh, well, that's great. I'll go now, then. Darling, you don't mind, do you?
No. We'll be fine. I'm going to try to keep Nash and Bree's mind off Jess.
Thank you. I won't be long. Can I give you a lift anywhere?
Oh, I have a driver. Thank you, Vicky.
Addie, it is so good to see you, and I hope we see each other soon.
Oh, I hope so, Vicky. Very soon.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi. Where's Bree?
She was exhausted. I read her a book. She fell asleep after the first page, but not before crying for her mummy, of course.
Oh, poor darling. But if it's any help to you, Nash, I lived at St. Anne's for years. And as much as I complain about squandered time, They're good people. Your wife is safe there.
I don't want to hear your fake little secret, Allison, so you can wipe that smirk off your face and you can find yourself a new checkers partner.
Whoa, you got some temper there, girlfriend.
You know why I'm losing it? I'm losing it because I don't belong here, okay? And the only reason I stayed here is because I thought you had something important to tell me. But now I see you're playing mind games, so I'm going home. I am going back to my wonderful family and away from all this craziness.
Jessica, wait. Okay. I'll tell you.
Tell me what?
The biggest secret to hit your family in, well, at least 2 months.
So look, if you get hungry again,
Delivery.
takeout menus in that drawer right by the phone, all right?
Cool.
Other than that, just help yourself to anything you need.
I will. Thanks for everything you're doing for us, John.
Let me get through this.
And again, I'm sorry about Marty.
She locked the door. Hey. Cool, it's John. I just want to make sure we're still on for the Sixers game on Sunday. Give me a call when you get a chance.
John, you there?
Can I help you?
Gigi Maraska?
Who are you?
I'm Adriana Kramer. Mom, who is it? Mom?
Yep, this is my son.
Could we just keep this between us? Come on, Rexy, just between us. You're not gonna say anything, are you? Listen, you're a man. You know what kind of monsters you guys are. Especially with the kids. I mean, you're the worst with kids. And I gotta do something to protect them. I gotta take care of my son.
Do you know what he did to Mom? Do you know how he beat the crap out of her? How he beat on us? What is this really about, Dr. Lord?
I want you to forgive Charlie.
Why do you even care?
Because he virtually saved my life. And he's very upset that you don't believe his story.
Well, I have good reason not to.
Yes. I know that you have a long history of disappointments with him. But you need to know that he has changed and he deserves a second chance from his son.
Well, you're back, Balsam. Look, I know why you didn't want to come clean with me earlier.
You do?
Oh, yeah. You knew that Tommy was Manning's son, and you thought that he might play that card if you turned him in.
Well, yeah, there's that, too.
That too? Is there something else?
I need your advice.
All right, about what?
My father.
I'm sorry if I intruded.
Miles, are you kidding me? You're always welcome here. You know that.
You make me always feel welcome here, Natalie, but
What, you think my mom still has a problem with you?
how could she not?
Well, because her problem is with your brother Mitch, not with you. You never heard it.
Yeah, but all the problems and pain that he's caused.
If you're referring to Jess and I having different fathers, we don't even think about that anymore. There's no more pain, no suffering, and you shouldn't be suffering either.
Jessica considers Clint to be her father in absolutely every way that matters.
Yeah. And you know what? Mom, she's so proud of us girls. You know, it doesn't matter how we were conceived, whether it was in love or whatever cheesy word that you want to call it. And in fact, I have to say, with all the immodesty and pride, I think Jessica and I have turned out pretty darn well.
Okay, Allison. Just say it. What's the big secret about my family?
It's about your daddy.
Clint?
No, silly, your real father. The late, great Mitch Lawrence.
Mitch is dead. He can't hurt anyone anymore.
He may be dead, all right, but the secret didn't die with him. It's still very much alive.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next One Life to Live.
On the next One Life to Live.
This secret is gonna knock your socks off. Charlie, what are you doing here?
You're falling for him, aren't you?
Is Shane Rex's son?
You gonna help Marcy? Or are you gonna go to prison?
Watch weekdays on ABC, weeknights on